Even after being one of the most favorite genre in the movies, the class of horror movies subsequently fell with time. But if there's one subgenre in horror which completely nailed over the mainstream jump scare and slasher horror movies, certainly it is the found footage horror. From the very infamous Cannibal Holocaust in 1980, which was so graphic that the directors were sued for making it unbelievably gory, to the very famous The Blair Witch Project in 1999, which was so iconic that it paved the way for the found footage subgenre. So in this video, I'm gonna discuss about the top 5 best found footage horror films ever made. Number 5. The Taking of Deborah Logan. Released in 2014, The Taking of Deborah Logan is a story which follows a group of people who makes a documentary about Alzheimer patient, but later they discover that the patient is possessed by a sinister evil, which turns out to be a freaking nightmare for the crew. This little known gem is actually scary in the most part, which becomes more unsettling as the movie progresses. The actress Jill Larson did a terrific performance, from being a kind and sweet lady in the beginning to a total devil by the end. With the tons of appreciation and positive reviews by the critics, The Taking of Deborah Logan is amongst the scariest and disturbing movies ever made in the found footage horror genre, which would certainly leave you traumatized due to an unsettling ending it has. Number 4. Noroi the Curse. Released in 2005, Noroi the Curse is a Japanese found footage horror film which follows a paranormal expert who vanishes while filming a documentary about an ancient demon. This intensely unsettling mystery horror actually got a lot of praises from the critics as well as audiences back then, and is still considered as a remarkable horror movie in the found footage genre that not only engages you but also manages to creep you out deeply. The movie has some intense scenes which are incredibly scary and could haunt you for days. This movie is highly recommended to you if you have seen enough of the jump scare shit and want some actual haunting and eerie experience in a documentary style. Number 3. VHS and VHS 2. I have placed both the original and sequel at the same place, as both are equally scary and disturbing. The original VHS movie is a compilation of different horror stories recorded in a cassette tape found by a group of thugs while they were trying to steal VHS tapes from a spooky old house. The VHS series is a unique segment of horror in a found footage anthology, with the sequel only got better with more scary, unique and frenetic storyline, and also is a perfect horror flick to head on if you're already sick of regular tedious horror films, as it shows all sorts of paranormal entities like ghosts, vampires, zombies, poltergeists, psychomaniac, giants and even aliens. Number 2. Recording and Recording 2. Again, I would like to place the original Recording and its sequel Recording 2 at the same place for being a total fantastic and equally scary. The story is about a TV anchor who went to cover a story with firefighters in an old apartment, but later found that the dwellers of that apartment were infected by a virus which turns them into a zombie. This Spanish found footage horror has got an appreciation from all over the world and has won around 16 different awards, and even has a remake in Hollywood with the name Quarantine. Needless to say that this magnum opus in the found footage genre delivers some of the best thrilling and intense claustrophobic experience, and is certainly the most successful horror franchise ever made in the found footage genre. This movie is highly recommended to the viewers who love horror, disturbing and unsettling experience with a touch of little gore. Number 1. Grave Encounters. Released in 2011, this Canadian found footage horror follows the crew of a paranormal reality TV show who lock themselves in a haunted mental asylum in order to capture the evidence of a paranormal activity in their camera, the consequences of which were horrific and cost their lives. So if there's one movie which has completely nailed the found footage horror genre, without any shadow of doubt, it is Grave Encounters. The movie looks so intense and real that it successfully instills the disturbing tension in the minds of the viewers, and as the movie progresses, the acting becomes so unbelievably real that the anxiety and horror it creates could be felt like no other horror movies you have ever watched before. This sinister approach to the genre is one standout from the rest of the horror movies in the list, for its eerie atmosphere and suspenseful storyline, and is so well born that it even got a sequel and remained one of the best in the genre till date. So here was a list of top 5 best found footage horror movies ever made, which I believe are the only movies in the genre which deserves a watch. If you like the video, please like, share, comment and don't forget to subscribe.